to back. Woo! Woo! Look, million but still unemployed. Text me when the liquor start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played the shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shorty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dresses is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some hoes, some niggas with guns. They scheming for riches, they playing it numb. I'm second, I wins, cause I'm second to none. Nickel, look, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, hey, looking in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, hey. I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for. Hey, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. I ain't had these snooze in a minute. Got the bag, then I took it independent. Model 3, you know it's not rented. Authentic, every vibe is cemented. Fresh J's, now we jumping out the ceiling. Tough times made a diamond out of feelings. All facts, they can question what I'm dealing. Fuck a house, we my focus on the building. Just some love and now I'm feeling so prolific. Hustle loud, much you niggas don't get it. Seen the highs and the lows, it's terrific. It's a job to hate, that's why I love the critics. Self-made, I ain't gotta ask permission. Turn my pain into fire, no ignition. Only when the money talk, when I listen. I put the city on my back and niggas dissing, huh? Look, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for. Hey, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for. Hey, looking in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. Hey, I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT.
Hashtag Live for Radio. The Underground.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
Your favorite morning crew
On the Vooka.
breakfast show.
Said you needed space. Said you needed more time to think. So you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door. Even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That wasn't there. Go back. Yeah. So bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Started from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long.
so. I can tell you've been mixing from the sign you've been given. Ain't so dangerous. Haven't you played enough? Don't be straying up. Don't be waking up. Fine girl, she want me. Give her my love, only. Till my love, she want me. She do me that, she do me. Fine girl, she want me. Give her my love, only. Till my love, she want me. She do me that, she do me. Delilah. Why you wanna break me so?
It's another beautiful Wednesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day accompanied by that daily dose of positivity is what we promise to give you up until 10 o'clock. All you need to do is to connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now we are live on YouTube and also live on Underground Radio for audio only. And if you want, of course, to listen to audio only, you can get the app on iOS and the App Store, of course, so that you can enhance the quality of listening to the breakfast show. With that being said, you know that the WhatsApp line is also open for calls and for the voice notes. The number to dial is 0604933226. My name is Moeketsi, my man, and I'm happy and excited to be with you on this beautiful Wednesday morning because there is so much to unpack as we're going to be talking about rights and responsibilities. You know that each and every Wednesday we theme it as Know Your Rights. So you are definitely at the right place to get informed and of course use the information for your own benefit. But with that being said, you know that we kickstart your day with improving your bucket list in terms of some of the places that you have never visited. But today we are doing it different because this place is right here in Soweto. Some of you have known it if you're an athlete, if you play sports. Maybe you once visited the place and it was once called the Nike Center, but today it has been renamed into Shapa Soweto, which is powered by Nike. It is more than just a sports facility. It's a vibrant community hub in the heart of Soweto. It was launched in 2010 and it was designed to inspire young people through sports, creativity and culture. The space also offers world-class facilities like soccer, basketball, running and training, but it's also a place where art, music and fashion collide. Shapa Soweto embodies the energy of the township, giving local youth a platform to express themselves, build confidence, and connect with opportunities. It's not only about athletic excellence, it's about shaping leaders, nurturing talent, and celebrating the spirit of Soweto. Over the years, Shapa has hosted tournaments, workshops, and cultural events that bring people together, reinforcing Nike's commitment to community upliftment. For many, it's a symbol of possibility, a reminder that greatness can be born anywhere, even on the streets of Soweto. When you step into Shapa, you don't just enter a sports center, you enter a movement, a living testament to the power of sports and culture to transform lives. And that's what we have for you this morning. Hope that information was enough for you to go to the Shapa Soweto and of course ask information in terms of how to join and how to use the facilities. Hoping that you guys can go there and explore what the Shapa Soweto has to give. But for now, that's all we have for your picture of the day. Let us take a short break and then when we come back, we'll give you all your news, sports, headlines right here. So do not switch the dial and don't go anywhere. And once again, a very good morning. These are some of your top stories making headlines this morning. Starting off with your first headline, new Gauteng team targets millions in license debt. Gauteng has set up a new debt collection unit to recover millions of rands owed in unpaid vehicle license fees. The province says these fees are an important source of revenue needed for services and infrastructure. Finance MEC Lebogang Maile announced the move during his budget speech, saying stricter financial discipline is needed as municipalities face growing pressure to deliver basic services. On the next news headline, South Africa reaches 805 registered political parties for 2026. South Africa has now 805 registered political parties ahead of the 2026 local government elections. The IEC says 20 new parties were added between October 2025 and February 2026. Of the total, 299 are registered nationally, while the rest are registered at provincial, district or metro level. The Commission says preparation for the elections are on track and encourages all parties to meet the upcoming requirements and deadlines. On your last news headline, heatwave pushes Cape Town temperature to 40 degrees Celsius. South Africa is facing very hot weather today, especially in the Western Cape and the Northern Cape. The South African Weather Services has issued a heatwave alert that runs until March the 30th. In Cape Town, temperatures are expected to reach around 40 degrees Celsius as the heatwave continues. People in the affected areas are urged to stay hydrated, avoid too much sun, and take care of during the peak heat of the day. That's all for news headlines. Now heading over to your sports news, starting off with football news. Rangers leads a Golden Boot race despite an injury setback. Mamelodi Sundowns striker Ikram Rangers is leading the Golden Boot race despite playing through an injury. The forward continues to deliver strong performances, showing resilience and determination as Sundowns push forward in their campaign. His form has kept him at the top of the goal-scoring charts, even while managing fitness challenges. Over to your cricket news. The Proteas finally set to return after flight chaos. The Proteas are finally expected to return home on Wednesday evening after their chartered flight from India was cancelled. The team had been left stranded in Kolkata when the flight planned to take both South Africa and the West Indies home was denied airspace clearance due to regional tensions in the West Asia. Officials arranged alternative travel plans and the Proteas are now set to head back to South Africa after days of uncertainty. Now on your last sports news headline, high stakes as Iran considers World Cup or exit. Iran has reportedly considering boycotting the 2026 FIFA World Cup as tension rises following US and Israeli military strikes. A withdrawal could come at a major cost, with FIFA sanctions millions in lost prize money likely. Beyond football, Iran is dealing with conflict and instability, raising questions about whether sport even matters right now. The country faces a difficult choice: take a political stand or stay in the tournament or avoid severe financial and sporting penalties. That's all we have for now. We'll keep you updated if more news updates come through. For now, if you want to share your thoughts on these headlines, you can use the hashtag Vooka Break for Show or send us your voice note on 0604933226. Let us take a short break and then give you your latest weather update.
the streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew
On the Vooka.
breakfast show.
So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work.
It is exactly 25 minutes past 8, and of course, you are listening and watching to your favorite breakfast show, the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity, giving you, of course, and starting your morning with great sounds from a Soft Boy, a song titled Told You So. How are you doing this morning? Let us engage, let us talk, and of course, share our opinions on all our social media platforms. But right now we are live on YouTube and we are live on Underground Radio. The simple thing that you can do to get the app is to download it on App Store and Play Store so that you can enhance the quality of listening to the show. And not forgetting that our WhatsApp line is always open for calls and for voice notes. The number to dial is 0604933226. That's 0604933226. Once again, my name is Moeketsi, my man. I'm happy to be with you throughout the hour 10 o'clock, where we'll be sharing and of course informing each other with information and of course the content that we have for you this morning. There is so much that we need to unpack, but one thing I would say is it is very important to know our rights together with the responsibilities, right? But before we get deep into that, let us just give you your current weather update in terms of what you are looking into on this morning. It is 26 minutes past 8, and then when we look in the heart of when you look at Johannesburg right now, as of country, if you're in Johannesburg, you're going to be experiencing 13 degrees Celsius, and in Cape Town you're currently experiencing 26 degrees Celsius, and we've also had that there is a heat wave that is going to be taking place today that will reach the highest 40 degrees Celsius. So if you are in Cape Town, you must take extra precaution when it comes to the weather update. And then in Durban, currently it is 25 degrees Celsius with some overcast clouds, and in Pretoria it's 15 degrees Celsius with some clear skies, and then in Bloemfontein it's 16 degrees Celsius with some clear skies, and right here in the heart of Soweto it's 14 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And then if you're in Khayelitsha, you're currently experiencing 28 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. So that's what we have for you this morning, and if anything comes through, we will let you know. Just stick with us because of course that's what we do. We update you with the newest developments that are taking place. But you know that I am not always rolling alone right here. I'm always with the best breakfast team, making sure that we are taking care of you and you are hanging out with us. Joining me is the one and only Mr. B. A very good morning to you, my good sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. What's popping? Happy Wednesday. I'm out here trying to get rid of that midweek slump.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a rough morning because, you know, these technical things, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But I'm here, full in presence. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Doing good, man. And yourself?
Very interesting. I am doing good. It's Wednesday, as mentioned, that we are getting rid of the midweek slump, and you know that sometimes you wake up to some news in terms of what is happening, because I think keeping up with what is happening right now in terms of the war is stressing so much people, and we also have our own things that we need to focus on, especially the petrol. And we just saw another headline that says NASA has agreed to the electricity prices increase, right? So it shows that there are just a lot of things, but we need to keep up with what is happening out there. But in general, I am good because I'm loving what today's theme is all about, which is rights and responsibilities. We know some of us, we don't practice, rights and apply them, in rightful spaces. A lot of people will go in, complain about how they are not served the way they want to be served, but in the Constitution, you have rights and responsibility, followed by the responsibilities, right? So it's very interesting that we're going to be having that conversation. But before we do that, that we always have our market rates for each and every morning. So I want us to go through that in terms of what do we have and how is it looking like.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to the markets for this morning, the date is the 11th of March, 2026. The rand is currently standing at 16 rands, 29 cents. The Great British Pound, 21 rand, 91 cents. Heading over to the euro, it's 18 rands, 96 cents. And with the Japanese yen, still stands at 10 cents. And then heading over down south, Australia, it is 11 rands, 59 cents. And then the Chinese yuan stands at 2 rands, 37 cents this morning. And then with your commodities, gold is standing at 43,500 rands per ounce of gold. And then with Brent crude oil, a barrel will cost you 1,550 rands. And then if you're looking at buying a Bitcoin, it will set you back 1,250,000 rands. That's it for your financials and commodities. And then heading over to traffic this morning, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound before Linwood Road. And that stationary vehicle is now clear. And then a stationary vehicle is also after Bayers Nodia Drive, so the center lane is closed, so drive carefully. And then lastly, a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound after Golden Highway, the right shoulder lane is closed, so urging all drivers to drive safely out there. Mo, what's crazy is that it's something you mentioned on the news right now.
Yeah.
That, right here in Gauteng, they're looking at new ways to recoup some of these tickets that motorists are not paying.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them, man.
So you are one of the people who are being targeted because millions are there in licensed debt.
Yeah. So I'm one of them. I mean, look, I got a ticket, but at a different district.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, when going to renew a license, funny enough, these systems don't talk to each other. So I can get a ticket in another district, and then right here is Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Whenever I have to renew my license, nothing happens. Hence, a lot of motorists, what they do is they'll get a ticket where they normally drive.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to renew, to go renew their licenses.
Okay.
It's strange, but I guess this will then force us to pay those tickets. But another thing that they do as well is they do give discounts, right? So maybe
discounts to a ticket.
Yeah.
So a ticket doesn't have like areas. When you are not paying on time, there's money that is accumulating.
Yeah. Well. It stays there.
Yeah.
It stays there, and after 5 years, when you have to go and renew your license, that's when it pops up. So before we can renew your license, you first have to pay. And then there's two types. There's the first one that I mentioned now, and then Gunale, where there's like a summons of arrest. Yeah, so if it happens that you are on a serious roadblock, and in that roadblock, they take your license, they scan it, and then they see it, and you've got summons. You are gone.
Oh my goodness. And right now, as we are speaking, they are trying to find new ways to get back the money.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be communicated in terms of how they are going to get the money, because now our information is out there. I think one of the things that makes it easy is information is now digital. You cannot run away from the system whether you like it or not.
It's true. I think the other thing that they have to somehow overcome, like a hurdle, is that with data there is also jurisdiction. It's true that yes, you do have my data, but some of the information does not bleed over to other departments. This is true because remember when TV License wanted to recoup some of the debt.
Yeah.
So they were talking about, hey, let's talk to SARS. Like, no, guys, SARS, but they want to... They dealing with what they
have their own
it's
things.
Like, no, let's not rope in a TV license. Go SARS, right? So Nalana, I'm curious to see ways in which they'll do it because imagine as a motorist, sure, you do have, a ticket that you have to pay.
Yeah.
But now, a garnishing order, now it's part of the salary. Next thing, they have to talk to employers. Employers would be like, no, please. We pay you so that you go and pay your ticket. So if they start roping and the data starts jumping from one organization to another, it's going to be messy.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how they do it, because in the past, the way they've done it is when it's time for renewals, that's where they cap you.
Very interesting. But in terms of what is going to be happening next with this whole issue is that the unit will begin pursuing outstanding debts, and motorists can expect tighter enforcement measures. This could also include penalties or stricter compliance checks to ensure revenue collection is improving. Now Mashonisa is coming back for his money, so you should be expecting that, and don't be shocked when you get an SMS from the road department or from the licensing department and saying this is how much you owe and this is how things are going to be done right now. Very, very interesting. So you know that you can of course engage with us on YouTube right now. #Vooka Breakfast Show. Let us know how you are doing on this beautiful Wednesday morning, because I also want to know from you. I want you to share, your thoughts in terms of the discussion we're about to have right now. You're going to be talking about a soft breakfast or big breakfast. I mean, some people swear the perfect morning starts with a warm, gentle bowl of porridge or wheat bix. Others believe the day only truly begins when a full, sizzling big breakfast hits the plate. So which side of the breakfast table are you on this morning? I just wanted to hear from you. Bring those WhatsApp comments and also the comments on YouTube, and we want to hear from you right now.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moosey Mist. On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
So this morning we are asking, which side of the breakfast table are you on? Are you someone who is on the soft breakfast, or you are going big because you feel like, what, I'm a big man, I shouldn't go with a softer breakfast, right? And I know for a lot of people, I mean, they have their own reasons why they would have like a big breakfast. I mean, we have been conditioned and we've been channeled that you don't have like a big meal like for breakfast. Like, why would you have like pap and 2 pieces of chicken in the morning? So which one are you going with?
Well, ipapala izolo, breakfast and namhlanje. That's what they would say. But anyway, I'm on both sides, and I need to find a consistent way of doing this whole breakfast thing. But the word breakfast means that during the night you are fasting.
Yeah.
Right? So you didn't have any food. So now you are breaking the fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen if I have a big breakfast, it's bad for me throughout the whole day. And then if I have a soft breakfast, then it's good. But if I have no breakfast, it's even better. Yeah.
I mean, it's early in the morning, the sun is barely stretching over the horizon, and you're standing in your kitchen deciding how to fuel your day. On one side, there's that comforting bowl of porridge or wheat bix, soft, simple, easy. On the other side, you have a big hearty, spread calling your name, eggs, bacon, toast, maybe even some grilled tomatoes. And that's where I come in, because I feel like we teach our bodies on what to take in the morning and how to fuel ourselves. And they're going to respond to us and say, I feel like big breakfast, it's just not, for me. Because if I have, eggs, or if I have like pap around 7 o'clock, maybe at 10 o'clock now I'm sleepy, because of the heavy breakfast that I have had. But if you teach your body, it gets used to it. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that there are people who wake up with like big breakfast out there. Like for them, it's like, nyama entloko, it's a thing. Like you can eat it in the morning. Like you can have anything that you want that is big in the morning.
As if it's cornflakes.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. So hence I mentioned that I've done every kind of breakfast. Low breakfast, soft, as well as a big breakfast. So something that I've done is that when traveling, because you go downstairs and there's the package that you've chosen is that you get a breakfast with it, and it's a buffet breakfast.
Yeah.
So there's eggs, there's bacon, there's everything. And it's also divided where if you have time, and let's say you woke up early, you can start with a small bowl of cereal. So we're talking your Wheat Bix and all of that.
Yeah.
And then once you're done with Wheat Bix, you can then have your salty stuff like your bacon, your eggs, your beans. Sometimes they even add what do you call this thing? Livers as well, right?
Yeah.
So after I've had that, then there's yogurt as well, right? So you can have like a huge breakfast if you want to.
Yeah.
So you've got, and then all the way through to making like itia, and then by the time you leave, you can also take a banana as well as an apple, right? So that's like a big breakfast. So depending on where I am going, if I know Guti, we're going to be grinding and putting in work, then let's have a big breakfast, because where we are going, it's all about work.
Yeah.
And then most likely we'll have time to sit down and have food round about, 2-3 p.m.
Yeah.
Then in that case, it makes sense. Like, buffet, a slice March.
Let's fuel up.
Let's fuel up now. And then a little bit later on, or even later during the day, that's when we can eat again. But if you know the setup for the day, that look, I've got my lunch, like it doesn't make sense to have a big breakfast. Absolutely not.
I mean, a lot of people do have, different lifestyle choices, because one will tell you that, I in the morning, I feel like I should do like big breakfast in terms of, because for other people, when we wake up, they sleep, right? And now, the time frames also changes in terms of the kind of work that you do. If you get home around 7, that means you're going to have yourself a meal now, because it's depending on the nature of work that you are doing. But I know that there are different perspectives that add up onto this, but for me, big breakfast is not for me. Like I've seen, like whenever I have big
all
breakfast,
the time, or
all the time.
So even if two are guys CMP and we're going to war, right? And guys, when I say war, I don't mean war, but like we're gonna go work hard. Do you not fuel up? Because sometimes you don't even know where we are going, guys. We don't know where we are going.
Yeah.
So just fuel up.
I mean, rather than fueling up, in that manner of consuming and eating what's available to me at that given time. Like, I'd rather pack up something that if anything happens, then I can take in some. But now, having it all at once, like my stomach is going to talk to me and say, my brother, no. This is not the right way.
It's a meal. Not that you are overindulging, but you're just having a meal in the morning.
Yeah, but
you know what's crazy, because when attending AMA conferences, you will probably eat 5 or 6 times. So let's just say in the morning, it's the breakfast that I described where you have everything.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you get to the conference you are going to, they've prepared your tea, a masconsi, Maboma 8, right? And then Maboma 10, when you go for tea again, it's like those small little sandwiches, samosas here and there. And then there's lunch. Sorry, are you keeping count?
I am.
Right?
I am.
And then there's
it's
lunch.
already a lot, because I've stopped counting on 2.
And then there's lunch around 12 or 1. And then Ngaboma 3, when you leave the conference,
guys.
there is tea and biscuits again.
Imagine.
Right? Cool. That's that. And then you go back to the hotel, and then you have another meal. That's about 5 or 6 meals. Elisha goes, something I've experienced. Like I've experienced this, and I'm like, yo, too much food. Right?
Yeah.
Too much food. So when I know that my day is like that, I prefer not eating.
Take small portions. More than anything, yes, they can put big breakfast in front of you. But I think one of the things that they're telling you is you don't have to eat everything that's on the table because people have different options. Maybe on the day someone just only prefers, eggs only, or I only want bacon and egg. Like the list goes on. But now with the portions, because some people, in terms of how their bodies respond, they respond as, I don't know what I'm going to have, where I'm going. Like, I don't know what's the situation, so I'd rather pack up right now.
Yeah,
like,
so rather than packing up a lunchbox, I want to pack up in my tummy. and also, let me represent the other people out there that prefer a big breakfast as opposed to a soft one. Because mhlawumbe soft, yes, it could be your porridge, soft porridge and all of that. Like, guys, I'm sorry. You can have soft porridge now, but then in about 2 hours, it's gone. Funny enough, it's gone, So, yeah, for me, it feels like I'm playing if I don't have... imagine having 2 slices.
Yes. 2 slices is the right portion to start your day.
No. Look, four minimum.
So what I believe in is in the morning, we don't do, hard or, difficult tasks. For me, I believe that I only need the fuel to, use my mind to get through these small tasks because I'm preparing to go somewhere. Hence, you have breakfast, you have lunch, and then you have supper. Because now, according to how your day is scheduled, the task that you're going to be, doing or having to just do throughout the day, it needs some certain kind of energy and fuel. Yeah. So, in the afternoon, now things get hectic. Now, like, we're starting to work in the afternoon, right? So that's when I'm going to have like lunch, which some people have lunch for breakfast, which is very bad. It's very bad. Like, you're not supposed to be using the toilet in the morning, man. Like, that way.
No, but it's the other way around, Ngoba. Maybe we should try it. Like, have a big breakfast in the morning. Ne? Because you're still fresh. It's not like you're going to fall asleep. But during the afternoon, more lash in the afternoon, that's where you feel sleepy. Right?
Yeah.
So you go big in the morning, and then during lunchtime, it's that 2 slices just to balance it into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, of course, feel different when it comes to this, but we do have some of the different perspectives in terms of what it, means for Team Soft and Team Big breakfast, right? So for people who are on the soft breakfast side, they say it's kind of on the stomach, quicker to prepare and great for, staying full until lunch. That's what I'm talking about.
Until lunch.
Yeah, like until lunch.
I use my brain, guys.
You can keep up. Trust me, 2 slices, with peanut butter. I don't eat umtogo, man. I don't understand the concept of umtogo. Yes, Africans do, but umtogo for me, I don't understand. Because I feel like after umtogo, you need to have something after
4 slices of
eat umtogo, then 4 slices. But now I don't think we need to function in that level. Like, have something once. You don't need to have like a breakfast that is accompanied by something else. No, like, have one thing that is going to be kind to your stomach.
Yeah.
Because if you're having big breakfast, now your stomach is starting to make sounds and things like that. Like, you're going to be frustrated in the morning, and it's not nice to be frustrated in the morning. And now you're having indigestion. Like, it's really not nice. But as you continue, studies even show that the whole grains like oats, they help with energy stability throughout the morning. Right? And then for the people who are on the Team Big breakfast, so these people, they want options, protein, crunch, savory goodness, the works. Some research suggests that a hearty breakfast may boost mood and productivity for the day.
Exactly.
Not for everyone, though.
No, guys, I want to you feel happy, man. You can think clear. You can. And here's another thing. I'm not taking shots at the ones that eat a soft breakfast. But you would have noticed, Mo, that there are people that will pack food that will be consumed at different hours of the day.
Yes.
So it's cool. They will have a 2 slice manje, but then in an hour they've got yogurt with muesli.
Yeah.
Right? And then an hour later it's like, let me have my bananas and or my fruit salad. And then an hour later it's like, okay, I've got my peanuts. Like they pack it.
Yep.
and then during lunchtime they may have my salmon sandwich, whatever.
Yeah.
So I avoid all of that.
You have them all at once.
I have them all at once.
Come on, man. Like, that's a mess. Because also understanding the word breakfast, as much as we're saying you're breaking the fast, also you need to break down the fast. Break it down. Understand? So I'm going to have, 2 slices of peanut butter at 6 a.m. and then I'm going to have like my muesli at 7, and I'm going to have a fruit or a yogurt around 8 a.m. As simple as that. But now, depending on the situation, depending maybe on the township or the places that you live in, we've seen that the setting has been set for you. I mean, it's fat
like
fat cakes, man. For me, I feel like we should, go easy on them. Like, there are people who consume a lot of fat cakes. Like, you would start your day with like 10 to 12 fat cakes with cheese, polony, no, guys, that's not good. That's not good and healthy at all. So I feel like, fat cakes are also like, it's big breakfast more than anything. It's big breakfast. Unless the portions that you're having, two fat cakes, yes, 3 fat cakes, not 7.
But what if you have a fat cake? That's a heavy breakfast. It's big.
It is. Like, I don't think something oily in the morning doesn't make sense. Like, if something gets your hands oily, guys, you need to avoid that in the morning.
Yeah, but your pork bangers, makanda, anything that you put on the stove as part of an English breakfast, that has oil as well.
Yeah, I do get that it has oil, but it's light. That's the thing. It should be light.
By light, you mean small portions.
A small portion.
Yeah, but you can still have a big English breakfast.
Yeah.
And lash.
Guys.
Right. So I'm on this team that says, look, just have a big breakfast and then go about your day. Next thing you have to worry about, okay, did I pack a teaspoon? No, just eat and then go about your day. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. And then lastly, we have the grab and go rebels, where a banana, yogurt, or even just a coffee, they're not taking side, it's just surviving. Because for me, I can survive with tea, because that's what I used to do every time when I went to college or even in my high school days. Like, if I can have something, liquid, because I don't do like juice, cold drink in the morning. Like, I don't do that. It's my strict rule. And if there's cold drink, I'll look at the time. I'll wait for 12 o'clock.
That's a good trait.
Until I have cold drink, right? So if I can have coffee, if I can have tea, then I think I will manage throughout the day up until 12 o'clock. I will manage. Right, depending on how my schedule is looking like, right? But we have, of course, a wrap-up question as we are wrapping up this conversation with you this morning. So talk to us if you're listening and watching that. What's the breakfast combo that gets your day off to the perfect start? And what does it say about your mornings? I mean, people theme their breakfast to say, okay, umtogo, is linked to my ancestors, my cultural roots, my tradition. And for some people, it's a matter of health reasons, that I went to the doctor and I went to a dietitian. They told me this is what I need to consume each and every day in the morning. I even have a table of what I'm supposed to eat in the morning.
Look, I mean, you are absolutely blessed if you can eat whatever you want, whenever.
Yeah.
So some of these things change with time, because I become uncomfortable, so I have to wait until the food digests, and then I can sleep.
Yeah.
But I remember growing up, like, I would have a meal, man, like a towering meal, and then go to sleep after that.
Yeah.
Right. So some things change very with time, but also with my diets and requirements, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment I'm still blessed. I can eat whatever, whenever.
Yeah.
No heartburn. Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what your body can also take, because some people, their bodies are like, nope, I cannot have this, and then you start having, health complications right there. So we are asking this morning, come through in the comment section and let us know what is it that you prefer, soft breakfast or a big breakfast. Some of the comments came through right there on YouTube. Starting off with Miss Q coming to say, morning Vooka Nation, hashtag Vooka, hashtag Sivugile Ngomusa, have a blessed day ahead. A very good morning, Miss Q. Hope you're also going to have a good day ahead of you. And then Miss Tembimni came through saying, a very good morning Vooka team of Vooka Nation and Underground DBN team on a sunny Wednesday morning, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. She comes through again saying, have a lovely blessed Wednesday, stay safe and take care of yourself. And then Nzakwe comes through saying, morning Vooka team, happy Wednesday, morning to you too, happy Wednesday to you too, saying, guys, I have fat cakes and acha in the morning and right now I feel judged. Not in that way.
No,
not in that way. I mean, how many fat cakes do you have? If you have more than 5 fat cakes, then you need to stop, man. Like more than 5. Like, why would you have over 6 to 7 fat cakes in the morning? Like, adding on top of that, you have acha. And I know that a lot of us, we wouldn't settle for acha only. You'd have your mangola, you'd have your white liver, or you would buy like French, snoko. People are turning amagwenya into beggars in the morning. Like you would add, things right there, inside there.
Years ago when Fat Cake City was introduced, where they stack and put whatever in there.
Yeah.
You can do quite a lot with a fat cake. Last year we had, what's her name again? Buyiswa.
Oh yeah, mince.
Yeah, mince with mash with fat cakes. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
So one of the things that I've seen with fat cakes, it has been proven that you can have it or consume it at any time of the day. That's what I've seen with fat cakes. Even in Mdeni, if you're someone who is from Soweto and you know a place called Mdeni, at Mdeni there's a shop that sells fat cakes 24/7. And there are people who have fat cakes like evening, as supper, as lunch, they have fat cakes. So I think more than anything, there is breakfast that is versatile, breakfast that you can have at any time of the day. I mean, I don't even think that amagwenya were necessarily meant to be had in the morning. Maybe the narrative was changed when different options of breakfast were now introduced to people to say now you have more options, right? You can have pancakes, you can have bread with peanut butter, with jam, with all of those things. But there are people who consume amagwenya. So now we see that there's combos. We are having combos now. Chips and fat cakes. It tastes very nice.
Avo.
You understand? Like it tastes very nice. But now there are people who have, fat cakes with mince in the afternoon, which it's sounds good. It sounds good. You can have it. You can even add something in there. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of someone who has eaten like amagwenya with chicken or with beef stew. Maybe it hits me, but we will try some other day and see if we can come up with a meal or a lunch meal using fat cakes. But as of course we are moving from this conversation and discussion, we still want to hear from you. The question is, what's the breakfast combo that gets your day off to the perfect start, and what does it say about your mornings? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use, or you can call us or send your voice note on 0604933226. It's 3 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot. What I'm going to do right now is to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll give you all of the news recap that you missed when we began the show. So do not switch the dial in the meantime.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moosey Mist. On the Vooka.
It's exactly 1 minute past 9, and you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Engage with us on all social media platforms as Vooka Breakfast Show. As promised, these are some of the news recap that you missed when we began the show. On your first news recap headline, New Gauteng team targets millions on license debt. What's happening is Gauteng has established a new debt collection unit to recover millions of rands in unpaid vehicle license fees. Finance MEC Lebogang Maile announced the initiative during his budget speech, stressing that stricter financial discipline is essential as municipalities face mounting pressure to deliver basic services. Vehicle license fees are key revenue stream for infrastructure and service delivery. What's next is the unit will begin pursuing outstanding debts, and motorists can expect tighter enforcement measures. This could also include penalties or stricter compliance checks to ensure revenue collection improves. On your next news recap headline, South Africa reaches 805 registered political parties for 2026. The IEC confirmed that South Africa now has 805 registered political parties ahead of the 2026 local government election. Between October 2025 and February 2026, 20 new parties were added. Of the total, 299 are registered nationally, while the rest are provincial, district, or metro level parties. The IEC says preparations are on track and emphasizes the importance of meeting deadlines and requirements. What's next is the parties must finalize compliance with IEC regulations, including candidate lists and campaign financing disclosures. Voters can expect a highly competitive and diverse ballot in 2026, reflecting the growing fragmentation of South Africa's political landscape. On your last news recap headline, heatwave pushes Cape Town temperatures to 40 degrees Celsius. The South African Weather Services has issued a heatwave alert, with Cape Town temperatures expected to reach 40 degrees Celsius. The alert covers the Western Cape and Northern Cape, running until March 13th. Residents are urged to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged sun exposure, and take the precaution during peak heat hours. What's next is authorities will continue monitoring conditions, and further advisories may be issued if the heat wave intensifies. Communities should prepare for potential strain on electricity and water supply systems due to increased demand. That's all for your news recap. If any of the developments come through, we will let you know. But in the meantime, you can also share your thoughts on these headlines with us on 0604933226 or use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'? It's the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live. Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew
On the Vooka Breakfast Show. Let's go.
It is exactly 9 minutes. It is exactly 4 minutes after 9 o'clock. And of course, you are still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. And as mentioning that, you can connect with us on all social media platforms. The hashtag to use right now is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And the number to dial is 0604933226. Before the break, of course, we gave you a discussion that we still want to hear you or hear your thoughts and sentiments. That in terms of a big breakfast, what is it that you prefer? Do you prefer to start your morning with a soft or a big breakfast? You can come through and let us know, because some of the comments came through from Nzakwe saying, morning Vooka team, I have fed cakes and acha in the morning. I feel judged. No one has to be feel judged right here, because we all have preferences when it comes to our, breakfast that we are having in the morning. Right, but now what we're gonna do is to, of course, move into a game that we have for the morning, and let's see what we have and how are we improving ourselves with this game.
Yeah, so KK, you can also play along with this one even at home. So we're going to be calling out alphabets, and we are going to mention breakfast items that start with a particular letter.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, you can have an apple in the morning.
Okay.
So that counts.
Yeah.
Right. You can have, anything that starts. Who wants to go first? that counts as breakfast. So we'll probably do the first 8 alphabets.
8 alphabets.
Yeah.
Okay. Let KK go first.
Okay.
I've been going
KK,
first.
you go first.
Apple.
Oh.
Apricot.
You say in the morning. In the morning. But anyway, it does count. It does count.
Okay, so like it's a fruit that you can have in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, can't you have any fruit in the morning?
I was about to say.
Yeah, like in the morning I can have any fruit.
But some fruits, man, it's like, imagine having a dragon fruit in the morning. But I mean, look,
guava.
Okay, let's stay away from fruits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
but something with egg first.
Oh.
I don't know.
Acha.
Acha. That's what you can have in the morning.
It's late morning.
Eggs.
Eggs.
No.
Wow. Wow. That's.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah, acha.
Okay, you can have acha in the morning, and then what's another thing that starts with A that I can have in the morning? What is almond?
Almond. It's a form of
a nut.
Yeah,
it's a nut.
Okay, I can have amakwinya in the morning.
Yeah,
amakwinya.
It's slang.
That's slang.
No, but that's the initial name. I mean, I don't think any white person came and said these are fat cakes. We are the ones who said these are going to be translated, or they are the ones who translated amakwinya to fat cakes. So it's amakwinya. Ikwinya it's one. And then amakwinya is
so you
a
have
lot.
multiple queens. Okay, let's move on. You get first dibs with the alphabet B.
B. In the morning, bread.
You took it.
Okay. Any breakfast item or food that starts with letter B. Brisket. Never. Nah, you can't have brisket.
You can't have a brisket. You can. You can absolutely.
Unless it's the one that you had. Yeah, but not brisket, man.
I would say banana bread. I've had banana bread for breakfast.
Okay.
Banana, because I said bread. I mean, banana bread is like it's flavored bread.
It's flavored bread.
Yeah. So okay, we'll give you banana. Banana will give you banana. Okay, moving on to C.
On.
So we are using all alphabets. Okay. Now we're on D. You can go first.
Ish, I was gonna say donut, but can you have a donut in?
Yeah. What do you mean you cannot have a donut in the morning?
Americans do that a lot. So.
I mean, we did. I mean, there was Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme opened at 6. Yeah, 6 in the morning and they would close. Yeah, donut you would have in the morning. Okay, D. Oh my goodness. Dragon fruit.
That's the last one on you, KK.
Oh.
Dumpling. No.
It's
in the morning.
Okay,
yeah, I've had dumpling.
Dumpling in the morning makes sense.
I guess, Lana, it just shows that there's no rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's people that wake up on alcohol as well.
Hey.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, so I was on social media the other day, right? And a video that was once published 6 years ago resurfaced where it's a similar video to Leia Woolies water, where you go to Woolworths and then you buy a man's corner. And then upon drinking that water, you somehow take on an accent, right? So in other words, Woolies water does something to you.
Yeah.
So it's as if you just automatically become smart. But anyway, we're not equating language and smartness, but it's a similar video. But this one is about Amageo. So it's a bunch of high school kids, Parktown High School, and this white boy takes Amageo, right? And then he takes a sip. But before taking a sip, he's talking to his friends, So as you know, it's just being himself.
Yeah.
And then Mazagata Tamageo, he then changes the accent and starts speaking Zulu fluently. Fluently, right? So There's a video. Maybe, I don't know if KK you can show it on your end. But yeah, so I was interested with Neumann. Like when it comes to breakfast, amakheu or umdogo is considered by far one of the breakfasts that most South Africans have.
Okay.
And I was looking at amakheu, where in actual fact this drink was commercially produced in 1960.
Makheu were produced in 1960.
Yeah,
Wow.
1960, right? So this was when the CSIR developed the fermentation process specifically to sustain mine workers through grueling underground shifts. So kushuthi most part in the mine, that's where like ubambegeu.
Yeah.
And then you can go into the mine shaft and the tunnels.
Okay.
You'll push at that because it's not like you're gonna have a meal downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. Not downstairs, underground. So you would then take geu, fuel up, and then go downstairs.
So
Underground.
amakheu is equivalent to like an energy drink. Is it though? Like, is it equivalent to like an energy drink?
I would
Because
say-
we know that energy drinks are enhanced with a lot of sugar, right?
Nah,
A
no.
lot of sugar and other nutrients and other things.
I remember when I was schooling, I used to buy makheu every 3 days in the morning. So
And then you'd feel rejuvenated.
Yeah,
the
amakheu
thing is
give
you can have a makheu and go to sleep, but the problem with an energy drink is that it spikes up your energy levels, and then you
yeah.
find yourself feeling like good man, you can't even fall asleep. But the geu ngalthatha manje, you know. So we know that across SA, historically, this is that number one cultural staple drink.
Yep.
Even though people have turned it into
but now it's
a healing
bad.
thing now.
Yeah, now it's bad when you have a
shake.
makheu. Yeah, don't walk with a makheu publicly, guys. The one thing that we're going to think is you are sick, my friend.
Exactly.
You are there, kotatu.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean on your deathbed, nje, anything that happens, bamba na ligeu.
Yeah.
Geu.
And I think hospitals also need to reintegrate into giving patients a makheu.
I think they do.
You know, because a makheu give you like a booster.
Yeah.
You know, and there was this video of a guy who was, in a hospital.
Yeah.
So he kept on screaming something, you know, because like, he was dying. They turned that thing into a meme, you know, like, so they're asking, what do you need? Like, geu. So they don't understand what is geu. So it's makheu. Like, he is screaming for a makheu because he's dying. Most of us and most of township people, if you feel like your body's heavy or you're feeling things in your body, the first thing that you think of is amakheu. Number one.
In terms of the nutritional value, it comes second to none.
Yeah.
These
amakheu,
new
man,
products that are out there where you look at the specifications, I think by a type of pen. Geu is the number one.
Yeah. I mean,
and then kunamasi to a ispagela, like I heard the other day. Like spaghetti, like it's I don't know, guys.
What
but
are these things coming from?
Geu for everything.
Yeah. Makheu. I mean, cause I never, got a backstory of number one, if it was voted number one and those kind of things, because I think a lot of people bought amakheu because of that number. Like it's shown the way it's decorated to say,
but I think
it's number one.
It is number one.
It's number one.
It is number one. What else is there
besides makheu?
Yeah.
Hi, there's nothing. Amasi.
Nkomazi.
Yeah.
No,
so
Nkomazi, that's Bizan. But it's not like you're gonna take Nkomazi.
Yeah, you cannot drink Nkomazi. Or can you? Like with a glass and drink Nkomazi?
With sugar,
come on.
Man, we're talking about something I tang just before going down a mine.
Yeah, like
drinking it.
It has flavors, you know,
cream flavor.
So other than amakheu, I don't think there's anything else.
Hence,
that
it's
I know
number
of.
one.
It's number one.
It's number one.
It doesn't have any competition.
So if I bought you geu manje, would you be like, Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, yo, I love amageu. Banana flavor, yo. Oh, I love amageu. That's the reason. Like the reason I stopped drinking amageu is because of the whole narrative behind it. Like when you have amageu estrati, like, yeah, or maybe there's someone who's sick at home. You know, you're buying them amageu.
Azanga waphuze. So you're taking.
Yeah, and I always hide amageu. Like I carry a plastic when I go to the store to buy amageu because, like, I know
brown bag.
Yeah, we suffer from abantu bazoti. Like, why pet amageu? Like, are you okay, bruh? Like, you need to check up on the person that is buying amageu in your township and things like that.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I would have amageu any given time of the day.
Yeah,
like, I would have.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
very interesting. It's just that I'm struggling to get the video on my site, but I think as time goes on,
we'll try it later because it's
yeah, we will try it later. But very interesting. You can keep those comments coming through. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use. So it is 16 minutes past 9, and you know that there are some of the interesting things that have taken place in history that we want to share with you. If you didn't know, now you are going to know, because I have interesting things. I mean, when it comes to the South African history, some of us we never did like a deep dive in or the depth of what really happened. So in terms of what happened in history, South African context, two former Soweto student leaders, Khotso Seatlholo and Mary Loate, were given long-term sentences. So Seatlholo and Loate in 1982 sentencing symbolized apartheid's harsh repression of youth activism. Their imprisonment for leading the 1976 Soweto uprising showed how the state used the Terrorism Act to silence dissent, yet the trial also highlighted the enduring power of students' resistance that helped fuel the broader liberation struggle.
Yeah,
very interesting. Very interesting. And these are some of the things that all took place. If you were a history learner, maybe you will recall that yes, we did this. And if you want to share something, you can come through and let us know that what really took place and how many years they were given.
I mean, I know that it started right here in Morris Isaacson.
Yeah,
1976, and around that time, I remember when I was walking down, I saw the whole protest taking place. No, I'm just kidding. No, I said that because some might say, hey, Banelo, you're a dreamer, right? Because today we're also celebrating National Dream Day, right? Because this is the day that we celebrate the power of dreams and aspirations. Yeah. And this was inspired by Robert Mueller, a former United States official known for his vision of a peaceful and educated world. So his work in global education and humanitarian efforts continue to inspire dreamers worldwide. I normally say that if you are a dreamer, you've got the first part right. You just need to materialize the dream.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can materialize something that doesn't start in its formless state.
Yeah.
And the formless state is you having a dream. So absolutely, I feel like this is one of those days where let's celebrate. Like, you're allowed to have a dream.
Yes,
and we look down on people that have big dreams.
Dream big, because dreams do come true.
Yeah.
You can win if you want to. That's one of the famous lines from MT, the song Dreams, right?
Exactly.
Dream big, like dream as far as you can, because I think one of the most important thing in terms of psychology is people don't understand that you are the one who's giving your brain instruction. Your brain doesn't tell you what to do. You are the one who's giving it instructions. And now when it tells you to do this, you're like, hey, bo, where am I getting this from? But it was you, because you have created the neural pattern of it behaving in that way. So you need to dream big. As you dream big, new possibilities, will open up for you. Right?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Because we also live in the age of technology and AI.
Yeah.
Someone came up with a day called National No Code Day, right? So this is recognizing the rise of no code technology, and this day it highlights the ability of individuals and businesses to build digital tools, workflows, as well as to create apps without programming knowledge.
Yeah.
No-code platforms are transforming how people bring ideas to life. So there's a big divide between people that are using technology and those that don't. And sometimes it feels overwhelming if you don't know how to use a tool, but you want to bring your idea closer to life. And I think with the rise of AI, it's even more easier for one to do that.
Yeah.
So you can create an application, a website, without using any code at all, right? And so today is also one of those days that we celebrate, which is No Code Day.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move on to the celebrity birthdays. But before I start with the celebrities right here, I do have my own celebrity.
Okay.
My baby mama, she's growing up today.
Oh,
right?
really?
Happy birthday, Simam. She's on level 4 today. Level 4. It's such a blessing. It's such a thing that should be honored, because not a lot of people get to see this age. And
True.
I'm happy that you still, I'll say this, you're still young and healthy.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you. I've known you for over 10 years now, and because of you, I'm a father today. So happy birthday to you.
Happy.
And enjoy it. So please enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
To more
I
blessings.
know days like as funny, I would have loved to do more, but 40 years young, that's an incredible,
it is.
I'll say it's an achievement, because not a lot of people keep themselves until this age. So happy birthday to you, and many more years to come. Mama abo, mama gampilo, gaphimelo no oratile.
I mean, it's so rare to find, like how do you find people that you share the same month with? Like I've never experienced that, sharing a birthday party, with a partner or someone that I'm close to. Like it's rare with
It's
me.
rare.
Like it's rare.
I think for me it's probably because even my star sign sort of allows it, because when you take a look at a Pisces, I'm a fish eye too, right? So I'm probably the other fish. So it makes sense.
Stars align.
Yeah, the stars align. And then, so she's sharing a birthday with Terrence Howard.
Oh.
Terrence Howard. So he was born today in 1969. So he's turning 57 years young today. And we obviously know that his rise to fame is that he had his first major film role in 1995 with the movie Mr. Holland Opus, right? And then an interesting fact about him, in 2008, he released his debut album, Shine Through It. And in 2015, he began starring as Lucius Lyon on the Fox series Empire. Yeah.
Terrence Howard, man.
That's Terrence right there.
Yep.
And another figure, very big, locally and internationally, is our very own DJ, right? Speaking of breakfast, obviously you guys can probably wonder, or you can anticipate who I'm talking about, none other than Black Coffee. So Black Coffee was born today, 1976, and he's turning 50 years old.
50 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
A young 50. So
he looks 25.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
Wow.
you got to hand it to him, right? So his rise to fame is that he first gained recognition in 2003 when he was selected as one of 2 South African participants in the Red Bull Music Academy that was held in Cape Town. And something interesting about Black Coffee is that he became a resident DJ at High Ibiza, one of the top clubs in the world, where he helped popularize Afro House in the global electronic music scene. Right. So happy birthday to Black Coffee, and wishing him more and more years to come. Today is a really special day because all of these 3 individuals that I'm mentioning here, it's people that I follow and love.
Yeah.
Right? All 4, actually. The other one is Didier Drogba, right? Because Mo, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
I love Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I started supporting it way back, I think since 1999, funny enough, because maybe in the 2000s, Because once I had the first FIFA 99 that I played on the PC.
Yeah.
I just love Chelsea. I don't know what drew me to it, but I was like, hey, I love Chelsea.
And
right?
you ran with it.
I ran with it, right? So Didier Drogba, born today, 1978. He's turning 48 years old today. And his rise to fame is that Drogba made his football debut at the age of 21 for League Two club Le Mans. And an interesting fact about him, Didier Drogba is not only a football legend, but also a philanthropist, peace advocate, and record-breaking striker.
Yep, very interesting. And as of right now, Didier, he is running for chairing the African Football Association in Ivory Coast, which is where he is from. So he has been one of the candidates that has been chosen to become part of, the chairing boards of the African football when it comes to Ivory Coast and everything that has to do with their football bodies. But if anyone who is growing up and you would like to give them a shout out, to come through and let us know who is that person so that they can also feel special on their beautiful day. But as the Vooka Breakfast Show, to everyone who is growing up, we would like to say to them, happy birthday! Happy!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray! It's 27 minutes past 9, and of these remaining minutes, we are going to be getting into our very interesting conversation, that has to do with rights and responsibilities, right? So we're going to be giving you a heads up on what you need to expect when we come back, and later when we discuss everything that you need to know. But can you enjoy a constitutional right without upholding a responsibility, right? We know that rights go along with responsibilities, but we love our rights. But how do we forget the responsibilities that come with those rights? So it's Human Rights Day. I need you to imagine this, because we do have a Human Rights Day, right, in SA. So it is that day in South Africa, and a day it's rooted in painful memory of Sharpeville and struggle for dignity. Yet every year, as we celebrate those hard-won rights, the South African Human Rights Commission reminds us that many people still struggle to fully access them. Why? Because there are some of the moments I want to give you in terms of why are people struggling to access their rights. So scenario 1 says a woman demands her right to clean water, but the community meeting, she refuses to participate in cleaning or maintaining the communal water point. It's not my job. That's what she says when the meeting is being called. Right?
I mean, a number of times you would hear that there is a ward meeting.
Yeah.
They would put out on my flyers. There's a WhatsApp group, but we're not engaging.
You don't want to participate, but you want things to be done for you, right? And then scenario 2, a man insists that he has a right to safe neighborhoods, yet he turns a blind eye when cable thieves cut lines in his area. And these both moments, of course, they highlight tension on what kind of community members are we, and what rights do we want to apply in our communities, because they also come with responsibilities, right? Very interesting. We are going to, of course, come back with some of the shockers when it comes to these two scenarios, putting them and combining them in terms of what really needs to happen when you find yourself living with such people in your community members. So what we're going to do is to take a short break, and then when I come back later on, I will continue with the subject, because there are some things that I want to give you in terms of what is trending on your social media platforms, because Patrice Motsepe is always involved in this thing. So he said something about entering into politics, and I want you to stay to find out what he really said. So let us take that short break, and then when we come back, we are going to go straight into those and unpack them with you, leaving you with the great sounds of Kuawi, Ryan James Carr, song titled Kuawi.
Hey guys, I'm interrupting the stream because when we look at our analytics numbers in the background, we see that almost 90% of people that are watching us on the Vooka Breakfast Show are not subscribed. So I'm urging, if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed to the Vooka Breakfast Show, go ahead and hit the subscription button. It's at no cost, and you'll be supporting the channel. So if you haven't, take the time, click that subscription button, and whenever we go live, you will get a notification that the Vooka Breakfast Show, the best team, is live and ready to energize your morning. Over to you, Mo.
Yeah, very interesting. As of course, we're still continuing because we are only left with 27 minutes till we say goodbye to you. It is Wednesday, and Wednesday are for knowing your rights. How well do you know your rights? I want to know if you are someone who practices their rights and the responsibilities. You can let us know in terms of the situation that you have, been through in terms of practicing your rights, and that person or that institution or wherever you were, they prevented you from practicing your rights, right? But before we continue with the conversation of rights, we know that in terms of trending news, there's always, stories that pop up in our social media feeds in terms of what people are talking about and what is happening around their blog. And if you didn't know, now you're going to be knowing in terms of what are people talking about around the blog. So the first one that we have for you in terms of social media trending news is Jill Scott returns to South Africa, right?
I'm excited.
Three-time Grammy winner Jill Scott is set to return to South Africa in November 2026 as part of her global To Whom This May Concern tour, with shows scheduled for Pretoria and on the 7th of November and Cape Town on the 11th of November. So it is Pretoria on the 7th of November and Cape Town on the 11th of November. So this marks her comeback after a praise performance in 2024 DSTV Delicious Festival and supports her first full studio album in over a decade. Fans are already rushing online to secure early access with the pre-sales beginning on the 10th of March, signaling high demand for the two headline concerts. So what you need to know is tickets are expected to move fast. The tour closes its 36-date run in South Africa, marking and making these shows the final chance to experience the new album live. So Jill Scott last SA appearance drew massive crowds, reinforcing her strong fan base across the country, and fans should register early on her official website to access the pre-sale and secure the best seats before general sales open.
Yeah,
I know that a lot of Jill Scott's fans are really excited for this.
I think I might just do this one.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Because as a hip hop lover, Maguza, Drake, like I'm really not interested.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I just don't know why. But I think the main reason is, as much as I consume hip hop, but I would prefer old school cats. Then I would go to a concert. But with Jill Scott, I love R&B, soul music, so she talks to me. Mo, there was a video that came out to Jill Scott where she said something profound, and guys, if you can write this down, please do. So she said in one of her interview podcasts that you work hard in your 20s. When you are 20, you work hard.
Yeah.
And then in your 30s, you work smart. And then and then in your 40s, you work how you want to work.
Yeah.
Right? So in your 20s, you work hard. In your 30s, you work smart. And then in your 40s, you work how you want to work. And then in your 50s, you work when you want to work.
Yeah.
Right? And then in your 60s, you should work if you want to work. Right? So I'll repeat this one more time. In your 20s, you work hard. You work smart in your 30s. You work how you want to work in your 40s. And when you want to work in your 50s, and if you want to work when you are 60 and above.
Yeah. Very profound.
So, hey guys, if you are still working hard and you are in your 30s, we've got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah.
Exactly.
But that was Jill Scott that said that, which is profound.
And I hope that people are going to run away with those words and apply them, of course, in their own lives, or maybe pass them to a person that you think they need these kind of profound words, right? But as I mentioned before the break, that in terms of some of the things that you have missed on what is happening and what are people talking about on social media is Patrice Motsepe has insisted that he is not entering politics at all.
In other words, not going to be the next president.
He's not going to be participating in that at all, right? Because people are expecting him to open up a party or join a party, because there was speculation that he was going to join the ANC, right? So, mining billionaire Patrice Motsepe has dismissed rumors that he is preparing for a political career, rejecting claims that a new PM27 website signals a campaign for the ANC presidency. Motsepe told African Rainbow Minerals shareholders that his move from executive to non-executive chair is purely a governance requirement, not a step towards politics or forming a new party. He described the rumors as attempt to discredit him, saying he will continue funding political parties across the spectrum, but that's where his political involvement ends. So as a viewer and as someone who is listening, what you need to know is Motsepe flatly denies any presidential ambitions and distances himself from the PM27 site and branded merchandise circulating in his name. So please stop sharing those fake news and rumors, because the man himself has put it out there.
Yeah, you must watch the Vooka break for sure.
Exactly.
Interesting enough is that in the morning we were covering IEC, ne?
Yeah.
That for local elections there's 805 registered political parties. So who do we choose, Manj?
I mean, one may think that
805.
One may think that maybe Motsepe has registered or maybe joined some of the parties right there. But yeah, 800 plus parties it's a lot. It's
it
madness.
Is a lot. Registered ones, right? But obviously, in the limelight, we see just a handful.
Yeah.
Some of them are joining hands and becoming one, right? So, like Ibosa, Good, and what's the other one?
Bossa, Good, and yeah, it's Patricia and
Hope. Yeah, okay. Look, there's a lot of them.
No, isn't it? Not Action SA, ne?
No, not Action SA.
Yeah, it's
so yeah. They coming together because some of them share a similar goal.
Yeah.
But we stand for the same thing. So let's join hands and become one party. But obviously, in the limelight, we see a few parties that are out there. So, I mean, Motsepe says that he's going to continue funding political parties. So, in my opinion, he still is in the political space, but not actively involved, like, in the front line.
Yeah.
Right. So, I fund you, and then I tell you what to do.
Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking, guys.
So in terms of those parties right there, 299 are registered nationally. So you have to choose out of if you want to choose someone who's going to lead nationally, you have to choose out of 299 parties in South Africa to say, I choose this one. You cannot vote for 18 parties, 20 parties, 30 parties. You need to choose one, right? And it's a lot for a lot of South Africans. That's why they will say, I'd rather go for ANC, because there's too many options. And we are not sure what other parties, are going to bring on the table. Yeah. But the backstory of this whole thing is that this follows increasing speculation within the ANC circles and online chatter suggesting he may be positioning himself for national leadership. And the shareholders and the public are urged to rely on Motsepe's verified platforms, as he expects misinformation around his name to persist. So stop spreading the information, because the billionaire himself has spoken that he is not going to participate in any political, things that are going on, involvement.
I mean, just before we close on this one, so people had high hopes with our current president because he's an esteemed businessman.
Yeah.
If we've got a businessman that's running the country, things are going to improve. But quite a lot has happened where under his tenure, VAT increased from 14 to 15%. Unemployment went up. So it doesn't mean just because of, I'm just speculating, or because it's National Dream Day, I'm just dreaming. If Umutipa does become president, it doesn't mean just because a businessman is now president, things will improve.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. I mean, we know that for a lot of people, they just believe that someone whose money has good leadership skills, right? And also adding in his portfolio right now, as of currently, he is improving African football because
CAF.
he's the president of CAF, and recently he has also improved the prize money tournaments. That means more money is going to be given now, because he understands that for the logistics and for improving African football, more money needs to be invested in African football so that it can be one of the best across all continents out there. But yeah, it is very interesting. If you have anything you want to share with us in terms of those trending news or some of the news that you have missed, use the hashtag Vooka Break for sure. Call us on 0604933226. But now, let's go back to a conversation that we began with, which is, can you enjoy a constitutional right without upholding a responsibilities? I gave you scenarios that will make you understand this thing more better, because when it comes to rights and responsibilities in South Africa, a lot of people, they don't have access and they don't practice their rights. But let's get deep into this, because in terms of the shockers, right, a surprising truth that you didn't know is even with strong constitutional rights, large parts of South Africa still struggles to access them fully, from safety to services to quality. From safety to services to quality. Right, citizenship itself is a right that had to be defended in court, as seen as the recent decision restoring citizenship for South Africans with dual nationalities after years of legal battles. New refugee and citizenship proposals show how rights can shrink or expand depending on policy, politics, and public pressure.
Yeah. I mean, I want to bring this back home, where if we're going to talk about rights, and maybe even name our children Nomalungelo, right? Obviously, we're talking about rights and responsibilities, because if you're going to claim something, then there is a responsibility that comes with that.
Yeah.
And I think for most South Africans, we tend to focus more on the rights, but less so on the responsibility. So say, for example, Ogwamanje, it's okay if you earn 350 a grant, right? But then you eventually find a job, or you are self-employed and you start making money. So it's your right to also declare, it's your responsibility to declare SARS that you are making money, and then pay tax so that you can pay it forward. But then most individuals would feel like, no, why should I do that?
Yeah.
So the responsibility part is now lacking, as opposed to everyone wanting to enjoy that particular right.
Yeah.
Right? So we've got rights to drive on the road and all of that stuff, but then people buy a license. Where's the responsibility in that
comes with that? Yes.
So from a constitutional level, constitutional rights for your human rights as well, because sometimes as guys, we would go to lengths or extents where we would just urinate in public and not understanding that we are violating someone else's rights.
Exactly.
So the responsibility is that, yes, I want my rights to be protected, to be upheld, but then the responsibility in that, zero.
Yeah. And some of these examples that we have went through, they also remind us that rights are also never permanent. They must be exercised, responsibly, so that people can also survive. But another thing that people still don't understand is finding a clear distinction between what are rights and responsibilities, because they feel like
they go together.
Yeah, they feel like those are two different things. But let's dive in terms of understanding the difference between the rights and responsibilities. So we all know that rights are freedoms or entitlements you are born with or gain through citizenship. For example, freedom of speech is your right, safety is your right, dignity is your right, and access to services is your right. And then when we go into responsibilities, they are duties you have to perform to protect those rights, not just for yourself, but for other
others.
people.
No, I agree. There was this joke that Chris Rock, Bernie Mac made a while back. Atiana, he doesn't understand why guys would go to prison and Mabambuzu, why are you, what are you in for? No, I didn't tell on my boy. Like, in other words, when
not a snitch.
You're not a snitch,
yeah.
Right? So you feel like maybe people have the right to safety, and then someone commits a crime, and then you don't tell on your boy, and then you stay in prison just because you are upholding a code. It's like, I won't tell on my boy, but then
your boy is out there committing crimes.
Another crime, right? So your responsibility to the society, you're not upholding it. So cable theft, but then you're not doing your part.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we've got a right to electricity.
We pay tax.
But then what about the responsibility you have in ensuring that you uphold that responsibility?
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's funny in that way, Guti, we tend to like sikale,
yes,
but then we also turn a blind eye, more especially when it now affects us. And something that I've seen also, because namanje here, there's a huge push around my patrol level.
Yeah.
So I remember when we had a meeting, Lana, where we were talking, okay guys, no one wants to fork out money, so it seems. So then let's take shifts in patrolling the neighborhood. And people were like, no,
but take out the money so that when you're at work, people who are patrolling at night, they can have, equipment.
Exactly.
Because now when I'm out you're not there. No one is there to protect your staff that's at home. So cover out money so that people can protect them.
Who wants to wake up exen?
Hey,
are you patrol?
No one wants to do that.
Right, but then we understand, Uguti.
Yeah.
We all feel we've got the right to feel safe and be safe, but the responsibility and the onus is upon us to make sure that we deliver that.
Yeah.
But it was also disappointing because if you were to count the number of houses that pertain to this block, every other house, there's a male figure there.
Yeah.
But then the meeting that we had was just a handful of guys. So we want safety, not just for ourselves, but also for our families.
Yeah.
Because when you think, no, but I'm a guy, right?
Yeah.
But then you live with a sister, a mother, and you would like them to be safe. But when it's time for you to step up and ensure we create a safe community,
yeah.
Right. So it was sad.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, in communities, when it comes to safety, I think we cannot come up with excuses because it might happen to you. Yeah. Yes, it hasn't happened to you, but it might happen to you. We have cases right now where people are being kidnapped. Human trafficking is a thing. So if as a community we stand up and say, you know what, we want to prevent this thing from happening. But with what we're talking about, another South African tension that is brought up is South Africans, they love to quote their rights. I have a right to do this. I have a right to do this. I have a right to do this. But we really talk about what we owe each other and our communities.
This came to surface when the young ones, especially as a parent, when you reprimand them, but I have rights, right? So, and parents, didn't take this. It's like, okay, it's fine, right? But we see this even with the younger ones, but obviously with the older ones now, but they are practicing this thing of I've got rights but not understanding. With each right you have to ask a follow-up question of, fine, for me to exercise this right, is there a responsibility that comes with it?
Yeah, and some of the rights that we have right here that are accompanied by the responsibilities is the first one is the right to vote, and its responsibility is to vote wisely and show up at the election. You have the right to safety and the responsibility to report crime not by stolen goods, and then the right to clean communities. Responsibility is not
to buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to buy stolen goods.
Yeah, because there's people that just
Ask
10 rand.
where are you getting this thing?
10 rand laptop.
Yes. I need the records of where you're getting these things. Like Aisha, I'm Kohlipini. What do you mean Kohlipini? Like, come on, man. We are not kids around here, right?
You know, someone once came to me at Dopi Phony and Pinagayaz and so on. I'm like, look, just wait. Phone. SIM card. If it is there, they'll most likely call
and ask.
And ask, man, I lost the phone. I can see what's not young again. But when go so itatile, no. I learned.
Another right that, you know, most communities struggle to practice is the right to clean communities. Responsibility to not litter and to participate locally. I mean, guys, you know, we always write on our walls that, hey, this is okshisa when you dump here. What's this famous writing they write? They want
do not dump here.
Yeah, do not dump here. Yeah. You know, because there's another one, like I say, Istanbul, and it's okshisa. You know, if you dump in here, because people like
some have tried, but I'm gonna fine if you dump here.
If you dump here,
yeah.
I mean, people check for coast, Pella. You check for the coast, and they will go to an extent, you know, of doing those things, and they're not trying to see that we're trying to keep the community as clean as it is, right? A right to freedom of expression. One of the ones that is being abused right now, and they're still trying to find ways into, you know, coming up with a clear term of making people understand what does it mean to have right to freedom of expression. So a responsibility that goes along with this right is to avoid spreading harmful information, misinformation, and perhaps the biggest one of all. Last one we have is the right to equality, responsibility to treat others with fairness even when we disagree.
Yeah, because, you know, the last one is very interesting for me because I once watched a video of this white American lady.
Yeah.
She's in, I think, her 80s, but she's a teacher, right?
Yeah.
So she did an experiment where she was teaching an all-white class. Now, she's white. But then she started separating the students according to the color of their eye. So she separated the blue-eyed students. They're all white. Blue-eyed students on one side, and then the brown-eyed students on the other side.
Yeah.
And she started giving preferential treatment towards the blue-eyed student.
Yeah.
And then days later, they started noticing it, but why are you treating this group differently? No, these ones with the blue eyes, they're the smart ones. They're born smart, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of equality, even amongst them, they started complaining. And then she took this, because I think this experiment, she did it in the 1960s or 70s. And then years later, she's now on Oprah.
Yeah.
And she did an experiment where when people are coming in, they would wear a green collar. So off the green collar, when they would raise hands to ask a question, she wouldn't focus on them.
Wow.
She would focus on the ones that didn't have a collar. And then eventually, one of them like, but why are we being treated like this?
Yeah.
And then the conversation then sparked, but you know, when we talk about equality, sometimes we think it's a racial thing.
Yeah.
But I've seen it where even the so-called educated blacks, you get a house somewhere in the estates, and then nearby, a few meters away, there's a squatter camp. So now it's us and them kind of thing. So now so's bonang at mansion, no, we are not part of the same camp.
Yeah.
And you can't have your squatter camp here because it's going to lower the value of my property and all of that. So it's a huge thing. Equality, even till today.
Yeah.
It's there because as much as I've demonstrated Laguts, it's not all the time about racial segregation, but even within our own kind.
Yeah.
I mean, we are not equal. That's fun.
Yeah. And then on the 3 minutes that we are left with, these are some of the perspectives that can spark debate. You can let us know what you think. So the first one says rights are meaningless without responsibility. People who support this view say you can't shout about your rights while you destroy public property or refuse to participate in a solution. The second one says government must deliver before you expect responsibility. This group argues that it's unfair to demand responsibility from people who don't get functioning services. The last one said, shared responsibility is the only way South Africa moves forward. This camp believes that we all have to meet halfway. Government, communities, and individuals need to contribute to us meeting halfway. And then as we're wrapping it up, rights are freedom we enjoy, but they cost something, which is effort, participation, accountability, and community consciousness. If we protect our responsibilities with the same passion we protect our rights, South Africa becomes stronger, safer, and more dignified for everyone.
Yep, I agree. And maybe even taking it down to the household. You've got the right to eat food, yonkinto, but it's your responsibility to clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't just eat ushizi. This is where we start practicing our rights and responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Let us know what
my
you
relationship,
think.
I mean, if uzoshela, ntombazana,
you have a right to, yeah.
You've got a right, to then your responsibility may look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask? So, do I have the right to keep someone accountable for their responsibilities?
Hey, that's a constitutional question.
Yeah, it needs us to deep dive. We need an advocate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But look, when we say responsibilities, I get you've enjoyed the right, so you've got this responsibility, like a counselor.
Yep.
Counselor, right? So we counsel. So I'm keeping you accountable. For the responsibilities that come with the position you hold. So I'd say yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the last few seconds that we are left with, we are leaving you with a question that on this today discussion. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Do you think South Africans focus too much on rights and not enough on responsibilities? Personally, where do you draw the line when it comes to this conversation? 2 minutes till we hit 1 minute till we hit 10 o'clock on the dot, and it has been a very wonderful Wednesday morning hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And you know that we're going to be seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place. But for us, we would like to say we love you, take care, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Peace out, y'all.
From